Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of April 5th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else, and be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. All right, tapping into the Pisces collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I noticed how your cards were shuffling, so I take everything during a reading as a sign. So let's see if that has anything to do with the week that you're having. What does Pisces not see coming for the week of April 5th? I was almost going to say April 4th, so maybe for some of you it starts on Saturday. Okay, for the week of April 5th, 2026. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming this week? Always partying. Bottom of the deck, crying over you. Okay. Why is always partying something that Pisces does not see coming this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for the week of April 5th, 2026. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, Page of Wands, Knight of Swords. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Swords, crying over you, and the Knight of Cups. That leaves the 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands to the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups. Why is the 10 of Cups here? Why is the 10 of Cups here for Pisces this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 10 of Cups. Clarified by 5 of Wands, Temperance, and the Knight of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. Why is the 8 of Cups here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 8 of Cups, clarified by the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Clarified by Page of Swords, 7 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. Your energy here this week seems to be, there was a situation, environment, or connection in my life, I'm speaking like you, that once upon a time made me very happy, or I thought that it had great potential to make me happy. But there's been a lot of conflict and a lot of discord, and I've done my best for a long time to keep it civil, to keep it balanced, to maybe even usher in some type of healing to the connection. But this individual chose to behave in a way or make a particular decision. I'll call it a decision. They made a decision to do something that kind of made them lose their shine in your eyes. It's like you discovered something about them, or perhaps for some of you, they informed you of something, and you saw it as an act of betrayal. And in that moment, you never saw the person the same way again. It's like they went from being the emperor to a page. You see this person, I think at some point in time you saw them as being stable and solid and someone you can count on. If it's a romantic partner, someone that you could grow old with, at least the potential was there. And I think through all the discord and all the conflict, you did your best to try to keep this situation humming along. And now there's a break in this connection. And you see this person actually as being immature. They're not that serious. They're not sound and solid. So whatever decision they made that took them in another direction or forced you to go in another direction, I think this person this week, and you may not want to hear it, is going to tell you they're sorry that things have ended or are ending between the two of you the way they are. I do think you're getting an apology here. Yeah. I think they're going to give you, I've got the giving money card here, but I'm seeing this more as like giving you an apology. And maybe for some of you, that would be a nice sense of closure. Knight of Cups. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Tell me about the Knight of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Cups, clarified by Five of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. I think this person is going to tell you maybe they're sorry they mishandled your funds, right? If that was the issue. Or if it's a boss, that they didn't pay you adequately. If it was someone else, they could say that they know that they didn't treat you as well as you deserve to be treated. Or that they were reckless with your heart. Or that they weren't very mature. And for others of you, this person may admit that they were very stubborn or very stuck in their ways. But there is a recognition or an admission of what they did that was detrimental to the connection with you. Nine of Cups to the Five of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who's saying we either had really good times together or we had the potential to create good times together. And I'm just really sorry that we ended up in the position that we're in. Or maybe for some of you, you're separating. I don't know what that Eight of Cups, it's possible. But there is a recognition here that we were happy or we had the potential to be happy. And I did or said something reckless here that irrevocably changed this relationship. And I think this person, I think there's a lot of remorse and regret for wasting your time or not taking the relationship seriously or not treating you fairly. And for some of you, like I said, maybe being a little too stuck or stubborn in their ways. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces this week. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Tell me more about that Knight. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Five of Cups, the Tower, and the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of that, Queen of Cups. If by chance this person chose someone else over you, I think they're going to tell you that they're sorry that they handled it the way they handled it. I don't necessarily think they're sorry that they stepped out of the connection or maybe that they're even with that new person. Queen of Cups to the Magician to the Ace of Cups. This is more like, and then I got the Devil card. This isn't so much like, I'm sorry I cheated on you and I ended up with, I don't know, we'll just use the fake name of Karen. Sorry I cheated on you and I ended up with Karen and now I'm together with Karen or moving in with Karen. I could have handled it better. I think this person's just acknowledging that they could have handled it better. I should have separated from you before I pursued another relationship. Something like that. Or again, if this is a boss and you're leaving or you've informed them that you're leaving the company, this is someone saying, I shouldn't have looked you over for that promotion. I shouldn't have given it to Karen. Again, no offense if your name is Karen or if you're the cross watcher. Just that was the first name that came to mind. It's a friend of mine. So, and we actually were just talking about her before. So she just came to mind. But there's something like that. Like, I'm sorry I looked you over for that promotion. So I could have handled it differently. I should have told you I was giving Karen the position instead of you finding out about it that way. So I think this person behaved or said something that was reckless. It has irrevocably changed the relationship. As best as you tried to keep it together, there was no keeping it together because they weren't meeting you where they were at. I think you thought at some point in time they were your equal, Empress to the Empress, but this person was actually like a lower vibrational person. So they weren't behaving the way they should have been. I think this week you're getting a surprise acknowledgement or apology from this person that they could have handled things a bit differently with you. And like I said, there's some remorse and regret. Anything else that this person is saying to Pisces this week? Or I held on to you longer than I should have, especially if they triangulated you with someone else. Might have been like, I was selfish to hold on to you while I was having an affair or something. I think you're going to be quite surprised with this. I think this person is giving you something a little bit more than money in that giving money card. I think they're giving you an inside scoop. Look at that drama starter. They know that they know what they did here and they're admitting it. And for some of you, not all, that might be worth more than money. Because maybe it's something you've long waited to hear them say. Again, just to give you the closure that you need. For some of you, this could be like even an ex-friend. Maybe you haven't talked to them for 5 years, but this is the week they feel like coming clean to you. Anything else Pisces needs to know about what this person is saying to them this week? For some of you, Three of Swords, yeah. And see where it landed? It landed right on the Seven of Swords. So this person has remorse or regret for how they sabotaged the connection, betrayed you, stepped out on you, lied to you, cheated on you. And for some of you, it is a spouse here. King to the Queen of Pentacles. Anything else this person is saying to Pisces this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. Four Swords and the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Star. This person, I don't know if they're going to say this to you. They may. I see them wanting to say it in the Four Swords. They might keep it quiet. So I'm going to tell you. This person feels like what they did to you scarred you. And they're going to carry that with them for the rest of their life. I don't know if you're going to hear that part. But you just heard it now. They scarred your heart. And they know it. They know that you are forever changed because of what they did to you. Star, Ace of Swords. And that, my friend, is the truth. Wow. All right. Let's get you some advice. Okay. Advice for Pisces. Let's get you two sets. How to deal with the heart that you're healing. How can Pisces handle or deal with the heartache here that they're healing? Any advice for them when it comes to healing? Healing advice for the Pisces collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Continue to work on yourself, work on your heart. Just know that your next connection is going to be what you want it to be, what you need it to be. So hang in there, even on the hard days. Stay emotionally balanced, nurture yourself. You have another connection coming in between now and Cancer season. So just work on healing yourself between now and then. And if you're watching a video and saying, I'm never going to trust anyone again, you're going to have the courage or perseverance to enter that other connection. Or trust that new boss, or trust that new friend. Now, 3 cards of advice how to deal when you, how to handle this. I just saw the Four Swords on one side and Queen of Pentacles on the other. Okay. 3 cards of advice for what Pisces should do or how they should respond to this person this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. I should have pulled cards on that. I want to see what triggers this person to say that this week. I'm going to clarify you as the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is you because you came up in Knight of Pentacles energy. Clarify that, Queen of Pentacles, or just Pisces. Just tell me what triggers this person to say that this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. 6 of Cups, the Fool, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Star card. You're either telling this person this week that it's over, you're having a new beginning elsewhere, and they're not part of it. That might trigger this person to apologize to you for what they've done. For others of you, this ending has already happened. You're already off to a new beginning, and they see you being happy, but not gleefully, joyfully happy. Page of Cups doesn't have a big old smile on their face. They're just holding on to the new Ace of Cups. They're holding on to the new beginning. So what is triggering this? The Star, the Hangman, and the Page of Pentacles. Reflection on their part. So yeah, for some of you, you're telling them it's over, and they're just telling you, they're not going to fight you on it. They understand, but they're also going to let you know, I expected it because of what I did or how I treated you. And for others of you, the ending has already happened. This person's either seeing you have a new beginning, or this week they're just being very nostalgic and reminiscing on the time that they had with you. So a couple of different triggers there. Let's see now how you should handle this when you hear from this person this week. It took me 5 years to hear the words out of my now ex-husband's mouth that he probably should have, if he would have said it a year or two before I told him I wanted a divorce, we may have tried counseling. I may have tried stitching us together just a little bit longer. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't. I probably would have just been wasting more of our time. But yeah, he finally said it. And I think it was just because he was reminiscent. I also think he sees me in a new connection now, and things are going well. So I think that plays a hand in it too. So Yeah, if you think that it can't happen, I'm telling you, this could be someone from 10 years ago or 5 years ago coming around now saying it. So 3 cards of advice for you, my friend, how to deal with this week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 10 of Wands, Strength, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Move towards your new beginning. Their grief, their remorse, their emotional baggage or burden is not yours to carry. You have a new beginning. Your life is transforming. You can tell them thank you. You can be compassionate. The courage card. The strength card does talk about having the courage to be compassionate. So you could say, I'm sorry that this weighs so heavy on you. Or you can acknowledge, I'm so glad that you are strong enough or woman enough or man enough or whatever, human enough to take the responsibility for what happened here. But then let it end. Don't allow it to like drag you back in or something like that. But I think for a lot of you, this might be the closure that you need in that respect. With some compassion, you can just thank this person for taking responsibility for their part in the ending. And then you go off ever so slowly and cautiously towards your happily ever after, your 10 of Cups and your 10 of Pentacles. You move towards that new beginning, a little lighter and a little freer, because now you have the closure that you've been waiting for. That is what I have for you, Pisces, for the week ahead. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.